Yo, you're at the gas station with no security? Yo, what would you do if I just slapped the shit out of you right now?
Yeah, I don't want a problem, bro.
You probably wouldn't do anything, right?
You probably wouldn't do anything either.
With no security?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd get back in your car too, bro.
He just doesn't stop. Every time something goes wrong, he shrugs it off and pushes it even further. That's Jack Doherty. Ban after ban, getting kicked out, constant drama, and somehow he still moves like nothing's gonna catch up to him. If you know who he is, this isn't surprising. It's been building up for a while. He keeps turning reckless moments into content, crossing lines and acting like it's just part of the game. And it really started with those Walmart pranks. Not even jokes, just causing scenes and calling it content. That's where everything kicked off, and from there, it just kept getting worse. And when we say pranks, we're not talking harmless jokes. This was straight up disruptive behavior, causing scenes and calling it entertainment. After pulling stunt after stunt, Walmart had enough and banned him completely. Most people would take that as a wake-up call, but not Jack. He treated the blacklist like some kind of trophy, wearing it with pride, even though things were already starting to spiral way bigger than just Walmart. Back in 2018, he decided to go after a huge name, Streamer Ninja. Jack thought it was smart to troll him by sending donations under fake names, then spinning the story into some exposed Ninja video claiming the streamer begged him to take it down. But that whole plan blew up fast. Ninja called him out in public and exposed the entire thing as fake, and just like that, Jack got dragged by the whole gaming community. That's what happens when you chase attention with no real plan. After getting exposed like that, most people would slow down and rethink everything, but not Jack. This moment didn't humble him at all. If anything, it set the tone for everything that came next, and things only got more chaotic from there. Fast forward to 2020, and somehow Jack lands himself a spot on Dr. Phil, but not in a good way. The episode was all about whether he was a neighborhood menace or misunderstood prankster, and his neighbor had clearly had enough of the noise, the dirt bike chaos, and constant filming. You'd think being on national TV would make him switch it up, maybe act a little more respectful, maybe even try to clean up his image. But no, Jack showed up acting the exact same, cocky, unapologetic, and completely out of control. It got so bad that Dr. Phil literally cut the segment short and had him removed from the show. Imagine going on a show meant to fix your behavior and treating it like a chance to promote yourself. It completely backfired in the worst way possible. Instead of gaining fans, he just pushed more people away. That whole moment turned into pure backlash, clear as day. You'd think getting called out on TV would slow things down, but not even close. Jack moved out of his parents' place and rented a huge mansion in a quiet Los Angeles neighborhood, then went right back to the same loud, chaotic antics, just with a bigger audience watching. And of course, new place means new problems. His neighbors quickly got fed up with the noise, the filming, and the constant disruption.
Me and Zach, we're the last two left of this house, and we're getting evicted, so that's the news for you guys.
Jack didn't try to calm things down either. He actually posted videos of the arguments, putting all the drama online. At one point, he even clashed with the landlord's son. The landlord gave him a clear warning: take the videos down or face eviction. Simple choice, right? Not for Jack. He doubled down and uploaded even more confrontational clips, pushing things even further. And yeah, it ended exactly how you'd expect. He got kicked out of the property. That's basically Karma 101. If you keep disrespecting the people in control of your living situation, don't act surprised when you're told to leave. He lost his dream house because he couldn't stop stirring problems. Really let that sink in. But even after that, he didn't change direction. He leaned all the way into the chaos, deciding live stream drama was the next big move. At a bare-knuckle fighting championship event, where most people would just enjoy the energy, Jack found himself right in the middle of trouble again, this time with another streamer, Neon. What started as some crowd talk quickly turned into something way more serious. They both got kicked out of the arena like rowdy kids being told to sit down and behave. But even that didn't end it. Cameras caught them still going at it outside, turning the whole situation into what looked like a chaotic WWE-style streamer showdown, except this was real, messy, and completely out of control.
Underage girls on yachts and taking percentages of them. You will be going down, my brother. You will be going down. I never had any real problem with you until now, so you will be going down. Girls on a yacht making them drink. I know everything about you, and I got this. I got this.
Because of that stunt, the streaming platform they were using stepped in and hit both of them with temporary bans. Think about that for a second. Jack shows up to a fight event just to enjoy the moment, ends up fighting for real, and walks away banned online too. That's karma hitting pause and saying, relax for a minute. And let's be real, no amount of hype can cover up the fact that he got banned from a platform known for being extremely lenient. That says a lot, But even that situation wasn't the peak of his chaos. Things escalated even more toward the end of 2023. That's when he got denied entry to a private Halloween party hosted by KO. Reports say he wasn't allowed in because of his reputation. Most people would just move on. But Jack took it way further. In response, he went online and shared the party's address, exposing the location of the entire event. That move instantly sparked backlash. Viewers saw it as crossing a serious line, and the reaction was fast and intense. What started as not getting into a party turned into one of his most controversial moments yet. But did Jack stop there? Of course not. Things kept escalating. Another run-in turned physical, and this time it got messy fast. Jack's bodyguard got into it with one of Corinna's friends, and Jack himself ended up getting hit too. What should have been a simple "you're not on the list" situation turned into a full-blown incident, and it didn't end there. Legal trouble followed right after. Then things took a much darker turn. Allegations about his behavior started surfacing, and the tone around his name completely shifted. Streamer Natalie Reynolds accused him of recruiting young female creators under questionable circumstances, pointing to strange contract situations that raised eyebrows. And then, unexpectedly, Neon backed those claims, alleging that Jack used pressure tactics involving intoxication to push deals. The reaction was immediate and intense. The community didn't take this lightly, and backlash hit hard from every direction. People were genuinely disturbed by what they were hearing. Jack's defenders tried to respond, but it was like trying to stop a flood with bare hands. Even though Jack denied everything, the damage was already done, and whatever was left of his reputation took a serious hit. Out of everything in his story, this part carried real weight. It's one thing to cause chaos or get into fights, but stepping into this kind of territory changes everything. That's the kind of situation that sticks with you and reshapes how people see you completely. And somehow, even after all that, there's still more. One of his most talked about moments came in October 2024. Jack was live streaming while driving his McLaren 570S on a rainy Florida highway, clearly more focused on his phone than the road. Then it happened. He lost control, hydroplaned, and slammed the car into a guardrail. The crash was serious. His passenger was badly injured, and the situation was no joke. But what shocked people the most was what came next. Instead of stopping everything, Jack kept the camera rolling and had the moment recorded for content. Let that really sink in.
Michael, here. Michael, do you have film on that phone too?
Someone close to him was hurt, and his first instinct was to keep filming. Even his own audience turned on him, reacting with disbelief. The platform banned him again for dangerous behavior, and police cited him for using his phone while driving. At that point, it wasn't just controversy, it was a pattern everyone could see clearly. Talk about a triple hit. A wrecked supercar, backlash from fans, and another platform ban all at once. You'd think that would be enough to make anyone slow down. But not Jack. The whole new year, new me idea, yeah, he tossed that out instantly. Instead, he kicked things off with yet another crash, this time on his dirt bike. Jack attempted a stunt and completely wiped out, sliding across the pavement in a brutal fall. It looked bad, but instead of owning up to it, he shifted the blame. He pointed fingers at the police, claiming they somehow forced him into that situation.
This is why we're in here in the beginning. It's freaking cops, all right? I was riding my dirt bike on the road, and they always like to cry and fuss about it and give me tickets, so...
Even though he walked away with minor injuries, the public wasn't buying it. If anything, this just locked in the image people already had of him. Wherever there's chaos, Jack seems to run straight toward it. The more he tried to dodge responsibility, the more people saw it as the same pattern repeating again and again. And just when it seemed like things might calm down, another incident popped up. On January 19th, 2025, Jack was live streaming in New York City on a platform called Party. After being banned elsewhere, he was still chasing attention. During the stream, a random guy wearing a ski mask showed up, and things escalated fast. Jack and his security chased him down, and it turned into a full-on beatdown, live on camera. And instead of de-escalating, Jack kept taunting afterward, making the situation even worse. The clip spread everywhere, going viral almost instantly. That led to yet another platform ban, which hit hard for someone depending on streaming to stay relevant. At this point, it feels like a cycle that just won't break. Every time it looks like he might change direction, something even more chaotic happens. And then came what many see as the final blow, a dangerous dirt bike jump on February 28th, 2025. Jack tried to use a roadside incline like a ramp, ignoring every lesson from the past and setting himself up for another serious disaster. But this time, it hit different. Jack got thrown off hard, smashing into the pavement with enough force to snap his collarbone. Yeah, it was that serious. He later posted about it, calling it his worst crash yet.
Is that bad?
Yeah, you see a fracture right there?
Yeah.
That's supposed to be in line. This piece should be one. So it's a displaced fracture.
Fans showed concern, but a lot of people also noticed a pattern. This wasn't just a one-time thing. This was like the third or fourth major accident in just a few months, and people weren't ignoring that anymore. And Jack's response? Pretty casual. He admitted, yeah, I guess that was dumb, but it didn't sound like a real wake-up call. Not long after, he was already hinting at coming back with even bigger stunts once he healed. That's when people really started shaking their heads. At some point, it stops looking like bad luck and starts looking like a cycle. Over and over again, the same risks, the same outcomes, the same reactions. From getting exposed, evicted, banned, and involved in constant drama, it all keeps stacking up. Now the real question is, how long can this keep going before something even more serious happens? Does he ever actually change? Or is this just going to repeat again and again? If you're into these kinds of breakdowns, feel free to subscribe. There's more coming soon.